Hi, my name is Mark Smansky, and I'm with Soldiers Angels, a national nonprofit organization which works to ensure that our service members and veterans are supported, uplifted, and remembered through a variety of support programs. And today we're continuing our Tribute to Our Heroes series with George Camacho, a Korean War veteran who served in the Navy from 1952 to 1956. Thanks for joining us, George, and thank you for your service.
You're welcome, sir.
So, George, we had a chance to talk a little bit earlier, and you told me that you were attending a trade school and living in the Bronx when you joined the Navy. What made you decide to sign up to serve the country?
Well, we had a bunch of guys that hung out all the time, and being that my family comes from a military side during the Second World War, we had 5 of our family join the Second World War, and unfortunately, one got killed on the Normandy landing, and one was a Battle of the Bulge, and one was in the tank division, and one was in the Merchant Marine, and the other was a foot soldier. But I very proud of my family because of that. And myself and my brothers and my siblings, all are military like myself. I joined the Navy. My brother joined the Air Force. My son joined the submarine service. My daughter joined the Army. You know, and my son-in-law is a Marine, and I have another son-in-law. He's another Marine. Yeah. So,
wow. So it sounds like that just serving in the military is just part of your family.
Right, and I believe in my country, and it's not what, like I say, don't ask the country what they can do for you. Do for the country, like it was in the movie, sort of. Yeah. I'm just proud of them.
That's great, and what a tribute that you're able to, pass along that focus on service to your kids and grandkids, right?
Well, and I think the hardest one was my son doing 24 years submarine duty.
Wow.
So.
Well, you didn't do 24 years, but I know that you worked on a transport carrier. Can you tell me?
Right.
You have a couple stories about that.
Well, we got stationed in Japan, and we delivered the Corsairs into the harbor. And the only time I'd seen anything is when I came out of the engine room, up on top to the flight deck, get to see some planes, and I'm back down in the engine room. That's about the only war I ever seen. But I thank God I wasn't shot. Yeah.
That is a blessing for sure. That's and you traveled around the world a couple times, I think you said.
Yeah, we went twice around. I got what do you call blue nose and shellback, double shellback, time zone, Arctic Circle, all over the place. Yeah.
Wow.
I figured out we starting from Norfolk to got discharged. I had 28 different places, and that's a lot to see.
Yeah.
From Norfolk, Cuba, Panama, Brazil, Panama Golden Canal, Philippines, Hong Kong, India, Suez Canal, Japan, stationed there, and seen all of the Mediterranean. Then I got to see Spain, Portugal, Scotland, England, France, all. Yeah, it's to keep up. I got to write them down. But it was a big, really a big thrill, to see so much stuff, and it didn't cost me nothing. but being loyal to the family and to
Yeah.
the country. Yeah.
Um, so after all that traveling, I'm sure you settled down after you left the military, right? You just
Not,
came back
not
to
hard,
the
not
Bronx and
hard.
didn't move around at all, did you?
No, we didn't settle down too much. I got landed in when we got discharged in Virginia. I went to New York, stood there a while, and I said to myself, "What the hell am I doing here? All this fighting and killing and it's bad." So I was taking a shower one day. I told my wife, "We're going to California." I didn't have a job. I had uncles and grandmother there. So I packed up my car and I had 4 children at the time. We drove to California and I landed a job the second day I got there. You
Wow.
know, I wasn't picky because whatever it is, it's money coming in. You know, my grandmother rented a house for me. So we moved in and my refrigerator was a ice box. I mean, a cooler, some blankets on the floor, we made it, anyway, from there, I went to New York again because I had a cousin down there that said, "I got a good job for you." Well, it lasted a year and a half. And I said, this ain't for me. I'm going back. I went to Texas. And from Texas, I landed a job as a welder in a company called Chromalloy American. And from that company, I worked 24 years. I started as a welder and I became a plant manager and an assistant vice president of my company that they let me open up and start. So,
Wow.
but from there, I went from Texas to Georgia to Florida, back to Texas, back to Florida, then South Carolina. See, from there, I see there was a couple other places. One, I can't think of all of them, but it wasn't a slow down pace.
Yeah. So the military helped you, learn how to deal with different situations and learn how to move around a little bit. Anything else that the military helped you with for the rest of your career?
Okay. Well, come again.
Anything else that the military prepared you for the rest of your, career, working, or your life?
Well, the military, for one, I got very orientated, and I pretty much lived my life that way, I try not to make stupid mistakes, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I just could stay married.
Well, probably all that clean living helped you out a little bit. You told me that you played baseball while you're in the Navy,
well,
but
there's a picture. I played on a Navy ships team, and whenever we got a chance to dry dock or something, we play ball,
yeah.
And I've been playing. I'm in sports all my life, When I got out of the Navy,
Mhm.
I jumped into softball. I couldn't play football no more. I couldn't play baseball no more. So,
Yeah.
so got into the old man sport of softball. And anyway, by the time I got around 58 or something like that, or whatever it was, I got hurt. It was 79. No, let's see. Let me get my dates right. I was 68 years old when I was playing a game. I tore a ligament and I didn't wait to heal it up, and I made it worse. And I couldn't run no more. My wife told me get another sport. So I figured, well, let me go to the gym and just work out. There was a world champ, heavyweight world champ weightlifter, and he worked out in the same place. And he told me, George, you're a natural. Join the federation because nobody will ever beat you again. I said, what are you talking about? How do you know that? So I know. Anyway, it took me 2 years before I joined the federation. Between that time, before I joined, I got into a few competitions and I won like 3 or 4 competitions. So I said, well, maybe he's got something. I joined it. That's it. And
So this is the federation.
I stopped at 79, undefeated, and became a world champ at 72.
So you were world champion in what?
And powerlifting.
In powerlifting.
Yeah, that was a squat, bench, and deadlift. Yeah, I got you sensitive pictures with that on there. Yeah.
So powerlifting is not a sport that most people get into after retirement.
No. You don't you don't see old guys in there doing what I'm doing.
And you broke some records?
Yeah, like I said, I set all 4 records, on it. And like I said, I became the world record holder, the America's record holder, and the South Carolina record holder. So I'm happy. I feel I accomplished something,
That's
becoming a world champ at my age,
So now you're living in San Antonio, and I know that you participate in the Soldiers Angels mobile food distribution program. How did you come about? How did you hear about that program?
My daughter was here living already, and she told me about it, and somehow she signed me up, and whatever it took, and they called me up, and it really helped me out when I first, because of losing my house, I didn't have very much of anything, and that extra food they gave us carried me over for quite a bit, and we did it for a couple of years, 2-3 years or something like that.
So you lost your home.
Yeah, that was a catastrophe, we had a neighbor that lived up the road, didn't know me from Adam. He came down and said, George, I got a house on my property that's vacant. Move into it until you get your other house started.
Wow.
And he let, and no charge, no nothing. So we moved in, but we paid for electricity and stuff like that. And we got my second house started, And for 6 months, I lived there with that guy. And it's hard to believe how generous people could be,
Yeah.
to give you a house to live in that he wasn't using,
Well,
And we're still friends.
that's a good guy to be friends with.
Yeah, very, I did whatever I could do to help him out, but it was hard to do when I got to help myself, get on my feet, So,
Well, it's wonderful to have the community around to lend a hand when people need it, and that's what Soldiers Angels is all about, trying to make sure that the veterans and active duty military and their families are supported when they need it. If people need some resources, some extra food, come to soldiersangels.org and sign up for a program that you might need. So I'm glad that you were able to take part in that. So I don't want to keep you too long, George, and I really appreciate your willingness to be a part of this. But I got
It's
one
great, I
question
love
for you.
it.
What does it mean to you to be a veteran?
Pretty honorable, really. It's, uh, it's something that I've done that I didn't have to do because I did it willingly, knowing the consequences. And I was glad to come back with the way I came in, you know.
Mhm.
But being in the service is an honor. Uh, some people don't think so, but I did it for the service and not to make money out of it or something like that. You know, that's all I can say. You know, it's I just feel honorable that I did that. You know.
That's great. Well, George, we really appreciate it. And from all of us here at Soldiers Angels, again, thank you for your service and for still being a part of your community and still being active and being there to be a member of your community. So we really appreciate it. And I want to thank everyone for joining this tribute to our heroes. Again, if you want to volunteer or if you want to register for support for one of our programs, please visit us at soldiersangels.org. And you can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and YouTube. You can check out all the things we have going on. And, we really appreciate all of your support. And thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome, sir. And have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.